Hello and welcome to the TimPris Music Show. This is More Pronounced Shenanigans, written by Erogenous as the introduction to all of our shows. If any of you are wondering what that title means, it's simply this song, but it also stems from an old idea that Alanis Morissette had when her albums came out. She was using titles like Jagged Little Pill and things of that nature. And so somewhere along the way I wanted to use a similar title, and More Pronounced Shenanigans came to mind. So when Diamond and I started Erogenous, I kept that idea in mind, and it became that song, which up until this year, right before the summer series, we started using, we were using More Pronounced Shenanigans as the opening to our show, but now we're going to switch over since we're doing house music now. We're going to switch over to something else. You guys are going to get a taste of that tomorrow morning, and that's all I'll say about that right now. So this is the track for Lomayel, which was our actual first single ever, I think. We did Lomayel and Is It Okay last year, and so if you've been following us, you know this song. If you've seen our concerts, you know this song, because we always open the show with Lomayel. But tomorrow, let's talk about some news, because there's some big Lomayel news coming this very week. So let's talk about news, shall we? All right. So what do we got? Okay. Well, first of all, I want to welcome you again to I want to say it's the premiere of the TimPris Music Show, but we did a few tests, and I think we had episode 1, maybe, but this is the official premiere. So welcome to the premiere of the TimPris Music Show. Glad to have you here. All right, so this will be a half an hour show every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, okay? And of course, after that, you get to watch them as you will, anytime you like. We are doing a special version tomorrow, Tamika and I. Early morning, I swear. The things that woman talks me into. Okay. Gotta watch where I put my hands, because the microphone is sensitive. Anyway, so we're doing a special version of this tomorrow morning. I wasn't supposed to say who. Anyway. And there will be some things we're going to talk about that you guys are really going to love, all right? In addition to that, every Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will also be expanding the work I do on Insight Timer, Music for Healing. If you follow me on Insight Timer, you know what that's about. But I'll be doing a live stream on YouTube as well, the Music for Healing weekly show, because a lot of my viewers on Insight Timer were saying that they wanted to watch repeat viewings, and they couldn't do that because Insight Timer doesn't have things set up that way. So I said, well, let me do some work and figure if I could find a way to make that happen for you guys. And it took a little bit of time to get that together, but I encountered this amazing young woman named Yvette C. Lee, who talked me into all this technology to help me, not just with this live stream, but every single thing that I want to do. And so she started sending me emails about toys and things that she has for her live streams. And so I've incorporated a lot of that into what I do here. So thank you, Miss Yvette C. Lee. I appreciate that so very, very much. And now I have live stream Topia over here. So Music for Healing weekly, every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay? And Friday, there will be what I'm calling an after work affair. hot topics, right? And you can thank Mama D for this one. Diva D Worldwide. That will be on TikTok, right? TimPris Music on TikTok. Every Friday night at 8 p.m. Get ready. It's going to be a fun time, especially having Mama D as a moderator. And any of you who know her know how she is, and it's going to be fun. That much I can say. Now let's talk a little bit about what Erogenous is doing behind the scenes. Now, we just started let's back up a little bit. We started working with Nathan Johnson at New Altitude Media as our branding agent. And as such, Nathan has pulled everything about Erogenous together into one nice, neat little package. We have our YouTube page, exclusive to that. We have a TikTok page. We have an Instagram page. We have a Spotify page, and we're on several Spotify playlists. The man is worth his weight in gold, I tell you. Thank you, Nathan. We appreciate you. We do. So the Erogenous Zone on TikTok, I want to point everybody there. That's the period, Erogenous period, ZON period. No period after that. The period, Erogenous period, ZON. Let's call it that. Follow us on TikTok and share. A lot of things we're going to be doing will start there and then branch out, okay? And I'll let you guys know about Instagram and YouTube sometime in the near future. Still working things out with that, building up and getting it all together. But TikTok is off and running, so have at it. Now, that's the Erogenous TikTok page. The TimPris Music TikTok page is something different. That covers all of the music that I do here in this wonderful studio. So follow both. Definitely do that, because we're going to have a lot of cross-promotion things we got going on. And then, of course, TimPris Music is the home of Erogenous and our first artist, Miss Crystal Cummings. And having said that, I'm going to play a little something from Miss Crystal Cummings right now so you can get a taste of the music that comes out of the studio, which is not Lo Mayel, okay? So this song was written years ago, and I had a few people try their hand at it, but nobody stuck it out. And I let Crystal hear it, and she fell in love with it. And then she sang the crap out of it. And it's on her new album, GEMINI Love. So this is Water. It says here that it is here. That's it. So enjoy. This is Water by Crystal QueenC Cummings.
Why do I feel so for you? Why do I feel so? I'm so close to you, yet out of reach, agony to my soul. You are like water to me. Shower me with your love. Water to me. Beauty in your voice, it soothes my soul. I wonder if you're aware. You are my music, my melody. How do I
Crystal QueenC Cummings. From her album, GEMINI Love. You can find that on all streaming platforms, including iTunes and Amazon Music and Apple Music, Spotify. Put it on your playlist today. You really, guys, you need to hear this entire album. I'm gonna have Crystal in the studio on the show in the weeks to come. Some of the guests I hope to have are Crystal, of course, and then of course my partner in beats and rhymes, Miss Diamond Davis, the front woman of Erogenous, of which I am the other half. Then also Faye L, formerly of Dream Element, which I was also a part of, and Mr. Brian Mars, house music extraordinaire right here in the city of Detroit. A little bit more about him in a second. And Miss Charjay, we're going to have an in-studio version of the Meet the Authors event. Last year we did one at WJZZ Cool TV, and it went over very well, but we wanted to keep that up. There's a couple of things every year we want to have be regular events. The Meet the Authors event and the Erogenous Summer concert series. The summer series will be June, July, and August. We'll be closing out in August, but we're going to have 3 major events every summer for the next 3 years, guys. We're committed to 5 years, and we're moving into year 3. Now, if we go beyond that, that'll be great, but we're committed to 5, okay? All right, so those are some of the guests that we hope to have on in the next couple of weeks. So I'm going to start sending out invitations now that I got all of this working again. Thank you, Yvette. I love you. Okay, so let's talk about what is coming next for Erogenous. This Friday, the 15th of September, we are releasing our second single from our upcoming album. The first was Your First Time. All right, so everybody got a taste of what we're doing as far as the house music goes. But this next song, Lo Mael, which I played at the top of the hour, this is a remix that is done by the amazing Brian Mars. And a little bit of the story behind this. This is so funny because none of this was foreseen by me. I wanted Erogenous to do the end title song for the new movie by Terrace Walker. And Terrace agreed to this. So we wrote the song and recorded it through a friend of Brian's who came and wrote the rap for us. I can say his name, he doesn't mind. Mr. Cal Franklin, if you guys know him, and the name is familiar, he is in the family of Detroit royalty. So Cal Franklin did the rap. He wrote it, called me a couple of days later, and came into the studio and recorded it. Crystal did the background vocal. Song was done. I told Terrace the song was done. He said, okay, bring it down so I can hear it. So I went to the movie set. He said, you want to walk on role? And I said, I haven't acted in years, but sure, why not? And the walk on role turned into a full part because he gave me, I was a doctor. I didn't really have but one line, I think. So he gave me the lines of the nurse, who was played by the amazing Diva D Worldwide. All right. And we switched up lines, and I ended up playing a doctor in the film. So after that was done, I was, grateful to Brian, and thank you very much. We appreciate that hookup, if you will, just to get the song done for the film, which led me to be in the film. And somehow Brian owed me a favor, and I held on to that favor until after all of this happened. And I told him, I want to do something different for this next album. Will you remix one of our songs? And he agreed to do that. So we sent him the vocals for Lomael, and he came back with this amazing remix. So that is the next single coming out on Friday, okay? So you guys can look for that. You know we're going to be promoting that heavily because there's a snippet on it. If you go to our TikTok page, you can find, like either one, you can find Diamond dancing to it at the kitchen table, dining room table, sorry. You can find her dancing to just a little bit of it, but we're going to release the actual song this Friday. All right, so cool. So I'm hoping to have Brian in the studio to guest on the show. I know if I make the phone call, he'll be here, but we just have to coordinate because, as many of you know, he is one of the busiest house music performers, DJs, and musicians in the city. All right. We'll get him. All right, so I'm going to play now. Let me turn this off. Hold on a second. Where are we going? We're going to H, I guess. 6. Yeah. All right, yeah, let's go there. So this is called Sensual City. And this was the first single that we put out for the Encounters Project. This is our first album, okay? Now, the Encounters Project came about in a very unique way as well. I was a guest on Diamond's radio show, the Orgasm Show. And that's orgasm, not orgasm. Fun times. But I went on there because I was promoting my book, which I also have here. It's called Encounters, of course. There I am, looking all debonair. But I was promoting that book, and she was reading some of the stories, like excerpts from the stories on the show, and I just fell in love with her speaking voice. And I said, we ought to do a book on tape kind of thing. And she said, yeah, let's do that project. And I think about 2 months went by, and she called, and being Diamond, what's up? What we doing? We gonna do this or not? And I said, all right. So we spent the month of November, I think that was 2021. Yep, that's right. So the November of 2021, recording this project. And we did about 5 of the stories, 5 or 6 of them. Threw in some smooth jazz like you're hearing now, Sensual City, yeah. And we released it, and then we decided, hey, let's just be a band. And this is how Erogenous began, because right after that, I said, what are we going to call ourselves? And that's what she came up with. So I'm like, all right, and it stuck. And then our friends over at Detroit Hot Radio, Thomas Lohman and Andrea LB, asked if we wanted to do a couple of shows at Burt's Warehouse that summer, and we said sure. Nobody knows who we are, but let's run on out there and give it a whirl. So we had fun. It was 3 shows that we really enjoyed ourselves, and we were able to gain a bit of a following as a result. So we took all of what we had accomplished, and we just kept the ball rolling. And this year, we decided that right before the summer series was over with, that we would start working with a branding agent. So that's how we came to work with Nathan over at New Altitude Media. And things are coming along even better now. And now we have all of these shows that we're going to be producing, like this one, and Music for Healing every Thursday. And we are bringing the Orgasm Show back, hopefully in October. That's what we're planning. We'll talk about that some more tomorrow, because like I said, Diamond will be in the studio with me for a very special live stream. I don't know what she wants to talk about. It's fine. This will be the first time that she's been here. Like, I tease her all the time. Like, everybody's been here but you. We typically do everything through social media, the phone, or I'll go and do band rehearsals and band meetings over at our house. But I told her, you got to come to work this year. So we're going to start doing a couple of really cool things tomorrow. So I know we're going to talk about that on the show in the morning. At least that. So I hope you can join. I'm thinking it's going to be about 9 a.m., but even if it's not, it will be available for repeat viewings, okay? All right, I want to remind you again, this is the TimPris Music Show. I am your host, Tim Ellerby, and you are listening to Sensual City by Erogenous, which is on the Erogenous album, The Encounters Project's right there. The Encounters Project. That album and Crystal's GEMINI Love CD are available on all streaming services and all stores, Amazon Music, iTunes, and Spotify. Make sure you put it on your playlist. All right. Okay, so I think that is getting along towards everything I wanted to share with you guys in this half an hour. I do want to remind you to run by TimPris Music on TikTok, as well as the Erogenous Zone on TikTok as well. That's exclusively the Erogenous TikTok page. Erogenous ZON. Okay. And like and subscribe. Definitely follow us there. We want to get to 1,000 subscribers really quickly. Because they'll let us do all kinds of really cool things once we get to 1,000 followers. So tell your friends and share and watch our videos and like them and comment. Definitely do that. And we will write back. We will comment back because we love interacting with our friends, hearing our more pronounced shenanigans. Speaking of, we're coming up with T-shirts for the slogan, for the catchphrase, if you will. We know we're Detroit's hottest duo, and we are practicing our more pronounced shenanigans. Just two friends having a load of fun, doing what we do best, what we love to do. We always say neither one of us can sing, but if we fake it till we make it. So I'm going to play one more song for you. This is going to be Welcome Home, also from the Erogenous Project. And it's really funny. I see moms watching. Hello, Mom. You raised me right. In my defense, Tamika wrote this one, not me. I did the music. Does that count? If you'd like to leave something in our tip jar, my Cash App is $TimPris1. That's $TimPris1. And I will put that in the description. Okay. All right. So this is Welcome Home. Number 5, I think. Yeah, there we go. Enjoy. I'll be right back after this.
Hey, come on in, it's so good to see you. Thank you. Well, why don't you come on in? Let me get your coat. Have a seat. I hope the day hasn't been wearing on you too much. You look like you could use a drink. I think I got a little something for you. Let me take your shoes off. Rub your feet. I just want you to relax, baby.
Hey, Jennifer, good to see you too.
Let me get that drink. just relax. I've got your favorite meal in the oven, and it's just staying warm until you feel like eating. I can give it to you now, or we can perhaps work up an appetite together. How's this feel? Am I rubbing too hard?
Hey Jody, I thought you were mom.
Just
I
trying
feel a little
to get
bit
some
better now.
stress out of you. You work so hard, baby, and I appreciate everything that you do for me. What? You want me to rub your shoulders? Okay, I can do that. First, won't you take your shirt off? Here. Let me help you out with that. There you go. Oh, your skin feels so good to me. It feels so good to be touching you after being gone for so long. I've ached to just have you in my space. I've missed you. My body has missed you. What? Sure, I can get you another drink. Won't you do me a favor? Why don't you meet me in the bathroom and I'll serve it up to you there. I have some candles lit, and I thought it might be a nice idea to clean you, you know, head to toe, lather you up, help you out, get you all nice and soapy and steamy hot. And then I want to dry you off. And then, and then.
And then. Yeah, I told y'all that the voice was everything. All right, so it's 8:30. We're going to wrap up right about now. All of the music that you heard tonight, Water by Crystal QueenC Cummings from her GEMINI Love album, Sensual City and Welcome Home by Erogenous. That is the Encounters Project. Both albums are available on all major platforms, streaming services, iTunes, Amazon Music, Apple Music, Spotify. Definitely put them on your playlist if you enjoyed them. And don't forget, the Encounters book, also available at Amazon. Okay, cool. Yeah, we talked about it all. So I will be back tomorrow for a very special episode of the TimPris Music Show, where my partner will be joining me in studio. And we're going to have some things to tell you that we have upcoming that you're going to really, really like. Jennifer, hi, it is good to see you. I hope you heard me. And Bridget, hi, I see you. Hi. And who I thought was my mother turns out to be my sister, if hermana is what's going on there. So hi, Jody. It's good to see you. So everybody enjoyed this. I know I did. I look forward to seeing you all again very, very soon. Have a fantastic rest of your evening, wherever you are in this great big world of ours. This has been your host, Tim Ellaby, on the TimPris Music Show. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other.